Hey everybody, it's Kendra. So welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you've been here before. It's Tuesday, time for Tuesday-Yay or nay. So my product today is a lovely blush by ILLAMASQUA. So I'm actually not talking about just one type of blush. I'm talking about ILLAMASQUA's powder blushes, cream blush, and velvet blush. Yeah, velvet. So I have 5 powder, 5 cream, and 1 velvet. So I'm gonna swatch all of these guys for you and talk about them as well. So anyway, powder blush, cream blush, and velvet blush by ILLAMASQUA. They're all the same price. They're £21.50 pounds. So this translates to about $34 US. Where do you get these guys? It's a little bit annoying. ILLAMASQUA used to be sold in the US. You could get it at like Sephora and I want to say Bloomingdale's. They've removed all of their places in the US. Right now, it seems your best bet for ordering ILLAMASQUA, just order it directly from their website in the UK. I haven't done this myself. I got all my ILLAMASQUA stuff when I was still living in France. But you can order, everything from their website. ASOS does sell a few things from ILLAMASQUA, like these blushes. They had two of the powder blushes on ASOS, which is nothing. There are 17 shades of powder blush, and there are 10 shades of cream, and then there are 3 shades of velvet blush. Net-a-Porter also does sell this stuff, but I couldn't find a lot of variety on ASOS and Net-a-Porter. So if you're interested in ILLAMASQUA, just go to their website and just order stuff. I think they do free shipping if it's over 50 pounds. It is not too hard to spend more than 50 pounds at ILLAMASQUA. So yeah, like I said, there are 10 shades of the cream formula, there's 17 shades of the powder formula, and there are 3 shades of the velvet. So let's talk about the cream. The cream and the powder, they're both super, super pigmented. I've talked about these on my channel before. A little goes such a long way. It is crazy. Most of their cream and powder blushers are matte. Like the cream ones, they're a little bit dewy, but they're not shimmery. Like they don't really have a lot of glitter in them. At least the ones I have. I don't think I have any that have shimmer. A lot of the powder ones are also matte as well. I think all the powder ones I have are matte. I think they might have a couple that do have some sort of sparkle. So I can't really talk for those because I've never had them. But yeah, they are so pigmented. These will last you forever. I've had mine a really long time. I feel like I should throw them away because I've had them for so long, but they're still in perfect condition. I don't use them that much, and I've definitely sanitized them a few times, so I feel like I can still keep using them. So yeah, super, super pigmented. You can sheer these guys out. Also, the cream blushers, I have found you can use them as lipstick because they are so pigmented. They work really, really nicely as a lipstick. That's it. I love the cream blush. I love the powder blush. They're such beautiful blushes. They are a little bit expensive, but like I said, these will last you forever. Now, the velvet. I only got 1 velvet when I ordered this before. I think the velvet blushes had just been released, so I wanted to try one. So basically the deal with the velvet blush, they say it like starts as a cream and then it dries as a powder. I liked the velvet one, but for me, I just found it like dried out. Like I've had the cream ILLAMASQUA blushes longer than the velvet one, and the cream ones are still great. The cream ones are like the day I got them. They're not dried out at all. They're not dry or gross or anything. But the velvet one, I sort of go back and forth. Every time I do an empties video, I'm like, should I throw away that ILLAMASQUA blush? Because it's just a little bit dry. Like it still works. I can still get it to work. But it's not like how it was when I first got it, and I just found that one to dry out pretty quickly. So for me, I would totally give a big yay to the ILLAMASQUA cream blushes and the powder blushes, but the velvets, nah, I just wasn't really feeling it. It's okay. I think it's a yay when you first get it, but I mean, as time goes by, it just kind of dried out, and I hardly use it. That's the thing. I didn't use it enough to really warrant it being dried out. It just dried out because it dried out. So yeah, I would give the velvet a nay, but the cream and the powder, huge yay. I love them. And there are just so many more colors available too with the powder and the cream. Like the velvet one only has 3 shades available, so whatever. Okay, let's do some swatches. So let's start with powder. So let's see, probably my favorite powder Illamasqua blush is called Tweak. So it is a very, very vibrant pink, and it is very, very vibrant on your hand as well. So it looks like this, but you can sheer it out, and it's just a really lovely pop of color. Next, I have Hussy, and this is probably my second favorite Illamasqua powder blush. This is a little bit of a lighter. It's still like a candy pink, but it's much less vibrant, less intense than the Tweak. So you can see once they're sheared out, they're like totally, totally wearable. Next we have the shade Thrust. So this is definitely more of like a purpley magenta shade. So pretty. I don't often use this one. I'm not really sure why I got this one. I think it was just fun, you know? It's kind of a fun shade. And then next we have Lover. So this is just like a really light peachy shade. These blushes feel so good. The powder ones, oh my goodness. When you are putting them on, like if you touch them, they feel so nice. It's a really pretty peachy orange shade. And then my final powder one from Illamasqua is called Disobey. And this is basically like a contour shade. This is kind of what they say, it's like a nice matte contour shade. So it's just like a nice shadow down there. Sort of like a nice brownie, like a matte shadow color. Very, very nice. So those are the powder swatches. Very, very pretty. The powder, it feels good. You know, it's powder. These will last ages. They're matte. I used to be much more into like shimmery blushes, but now I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm just becoming more interested in matte. I don't really like all that shimmer. If I want shimmer, I'd put it on. Like I usually use like a separate highlighter anyway, so I'm happy these are all matte. So yeah, love, love, love the matte blushes. All right, let's get into the creams. So I'll do cream on my other hand. My very first Illamasqua blush was actually this one. This is called Dixie. This is just such a beautiful like pinky coral shade. Oh my gosh, I love it. These blushes have such a good scent. I don't think the powder ones don't smell, but the cream ones have such a nice like vanilla sort of candy scent. So I'll do the same thing on this. I'll just do one more intense and then one a little bit sheared out. So that one's Dixie. That is what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing Dixie, and then on top of Dixie, I put a little bit of the hot pink Tweak. So it was this first, this cream blush, and then this powder one. But you gotta be careful with this because it is very, very intense. A little goes such a long way. It's crazy. My next cream is called Seduce. It looks like this. This is a bit, you know, a little bit deeper than the Dixie. Well, a lot deeper than the Dixie. Oh, pretty. Seduce. That one's great. Next, I have the shade Laid. So this is a little bit similar to Seduce. So this is Laid. You know, this is a bit more like pinky magenta-y, and Laid is a bit more like on the red side of things. Maybe it is called Laid again. Lovely. Next, we have Libido, which is a bright orangey red. I don't really think I've ever used this one. I really should bring this out for lipstick. It's so fun. But this one does definitely sheer out. I feel like this would be really nice on darker skin tones. Yeah, it's a very pretty sort of orangey red shade. Lovely. And then my final cream blush from Illamasqua is called Zygomatic, and this is sort of like their cream contour shade. Yeah, this is just a really, really lovely, sort of neutrally like brownie pink sort of shade. This is very similar to NARS Douceur. Douceur is a powder blush, but this just reminds me a lot of it. So it doesn't really look like much, but it's so pretty once it's on your face. So yeah, it doesn't look like much as a swatch. It's not that exciting, but it's really, really pretty. I have used this as a contour shade, and I have also used this as just like a normal blush shade. So yeah, love the cream blush. They smell good. They're super pigmented. You can use them as lipstick. You can use them as blush. You could probably even use some of these as a base for eye makeup, you know, if you wanted to do sort of like a pink, orange, purple eye. So yeah, big yay for the cream blush, big yay for the powder blush. Love them. Now, this is the velvet blush I have. This is called Peaked. So it's a really, really lovely color. It's just sort of this nice, like dusty, sort of rose mauvey color. And it's really lovely, but I do feel like I have to kind of dig. I gotta dig into it to get it to come out. It's a really beautiful color. To me, as it goes on, it doesn't feel very creamy. It feels more creamy if you like touch the actual pan of it, but then when it comes out, to me, it feels more powdery. So it's a beautiful, beautiful shade. And again, you can sheer it out, you know, quite a bit too. I don't know, I just felt like it was a little bit disappointing. Like it kind of dried out a little bit too quickly. So for me, if I'm going to go through the trouble of ordering blush from ILLAMASQUA, ordering products, I would absolutely just get the cream and the powder because these have lasted me for such a long time. So there you go. Those are all of my swatches for the ILLAMASQUA powder and cream and then velvet blushers. So big yay for the ILLAMASQUA cream and powder blush and a little bitty nay for the velvet blush. I just wasn't really that impressed with that guy, which is such a shame because it's such a nice color. So thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!